Hey friends, welcome to the Creative Shop Talk podcast. Let's talk about donation requests and the never-ending, what seems to be a conversation I'm having with so many retailers right now about the amount of requests landing in their inboxes, walking into the store with requests. Today, this month, this week, how many of you had? I can't get over how many are coming in. Silent auctions, event sponsorships, gift baskets. Can you donate a gift card? We've got a raffle, all of those questions that are coming in. And how is that making you feel? How's your team handling it? How do you handle it? Let me walk you through what's working for my clients and what I see as the most generous way to be community minded and a good steward to our business. Let's jump in. Running a retail business doesn't have to be so hard. Welcome to the Creative Shop Talk podcast, the go-to podcast for creative shop owners, studio owners, and independent retailers. I'm your host, Wendy Batten, retail business coach and mentor. Each week, I'll share simple, proven business strategies, inspiring stories from fellow retailers, and advice from industry experts. Together, we're going to work to find the success you want from your retail business with more profits in your till and a little more joy in your life. Hey there, friends, and welcome to the Creative Shop Talk podcast. We love to give you insights, inspiration, and tools that you need to thrive as the CEO of your retail business. I'm your host, Wendy Batten. I'm so happy you're here. If you're wondering about some of the programs that we have, I've been getting a lot of questions lately about how do I step into the next level of leadership of my retail business? And that's not actually what the words are that they use, but that's normally what retailers are looking for. I have the privilege and the pleasure of working as a consultant and coach for so many smart, savvy, awesome retailers who are running brick and mortar, who have these beautiful businesses, but maybe they need a little bit of a hand at keeping the chaos at bay. And I say the chaos, but it's just about stepping away a little tiny bit and letting other people run that beautiful business. So you can find us on wendybatten.com over on the website. There's all kinds of ways I work with people. We do deep dive sessions. I do private coaching sessions. I also have on-demand programs, a lot of them about marketing. So our marketing and sales accelerator program right now is very hot, very topical. Lots of retailers are taking that program, and we've run, hundreds of retailers through that. And it's really just about understanding how to make your marketing work for you. It's not a blueprint. It's not here's how you do it. It's here's what you could do. Here's the opportunities. Here are the pieces that you might want to, or that you will want to have in place. Now, what do you want to do with those pieces? And we walk through how to simplify your marketing plan. So that's the Retail Sales and Marketing Accelerator. It is a 6-part series, and they're all just bite-sized. You can do one at a time. I've specifically created it for brick and mortar retailers because we are a different breed, right? We are not just trying to get more online sales, more hits to our websites. No, we are human businesses with humans walking through the door. It's a whole different thing. And speaking of those humans walking through the door, let's talk about how do we remain generous of spirit in our community, but also be really good stewards to our business and not be resentful and not feel heavy and overwhelmed by all of these donation requests coming in. So it has been a hot topic, I will tell you, in my mastermind groups, in our Level Up mastermind group. It has been a hot topic with my private clients. And funny enough, a few podcast episodes that I have been on, I had the pleasure of being a guest on and have had the pleasure of interviewing people, it seems to be coming up quite a bit. I don't know if it's new. It's always been a thing, right? There's always been a lot of requests for local businesses to support local. That's nothing new. I feel like way back in the day when I was work from home mom, helping my husband with his business, and I was also a school mom, one of the lunch moms. Shout out to all the lunch moms who maybe you were once a lunch mom. And we were fundraising and doing silent auctions. And it never occurred to me when I would go and I was in charge of silent auctions, it never occurred to me, if I'm being honest, and going way back in the day, my kids are in their 30s now, and this is way back, but it never occurred to me that going in and asking all these local businesses, hey, will you donate something for our basket, our raffle, our event, our thing, our whatever, our sports thing, our school thing, just keep naming them, as we all know. It never occurred to me that the person on the other side of the counter that I was asking was just irritated with me. It just never occurred to me. It was just like, of course, why wouldn't they want to support local? The person asking for the donation is just people like me sometimes. They just don't have the concept that why wouldn't you? Because you're a really nice person, you're a really great business, and we see you in the community, of course you're going to want to donate. So just coming from the place of why they ask and our response to that. And nowadays it feels like there's more and more. There's funding being cut. There's more requests needed. There seems to be more, I was going to say wonderful things, but what I mean, more wonderful causes, things we really, our heart is touched and we want to donate and we want to do. So today I wanted to walk through how I teach. And again, everybody has different ways of doing it. This is my suggestion, my 10,000 foot view of what's working now, how to be of generous spirit, but also, as I said, being a really good steward to our business. We can't donate to everyone. We also can't continue to be upset with everybody that asks. They're asking because they think you're a great business. We have to come from the point of view of generosity, but also of kindness, and assume positive intent. This is always what I say. It's assume positive intent. So I'm going to walk you through what's working for my clients in a few different pieces. And I hope it works for you as well too. I also want to suggest, this is me, I want you to think about this from a different lens. There's so many opportunities when we do donate, when we do find the right mix, when we do sponsor and give. And there's a lot of, besides the feeling of generosity and feeling good about things, we also find we can get great marketing from that. The right moves will give you the greatest marketing. And by that, I mean, think about people you think about. No, that doesn't sound right. Think about the businesses that you know in your community, and maybe you even feel like, I see them everywhere. They are showing up, they are popping up, they must have a huge marketing budget. I actually caught myself saying that the other day. But here's the new lens I want you to look at that through. They are showing up in my world and in places that because I am a right fit customer. They are showing up in my world because they have set a budget and they know what they're doing. And they know, like, that's where they've decided to invest their time and energy and money. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So the first thing is exactly what I just said. From your point of view of generosity, your big heart and the local business that you run and the community spirit, you still need a budget. I don't know any retail business or any business at all, any brick and mortar, any business at all that shouldn't have a plan in place for a marketing budget. Where are we being generous, and how much money are we going to be generous with? This is something you can do in your quarterly planning. Figure out your percentage of your sales that you want to put towards, of your expenses that you want to put towards your marketing. Everybody has different numbers but being intentional. We're being intentional about this. So part of your marketing budget, whatever that number is, and knowing what the ROI that you want from it. That is the work I do. That's the work we do, right? So what does that budget look like? So we start with a budget. We know what our quarterly budget. I like to say quarterly budgets. I love to work from a 90-day plan. You guys know. And if you're a member of my Level Up Mastermind, we meet quarterly. We sit down and we spend 3 hours together and we pound out a quarterly budget or quarterly marketing plan that includes budgets, includes numbers, and what are we trying to achieve this quarter? And it can change, right? You'll have different quarters, will have different budgets. So it's not every month we're going to give $100, whatever that number is. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to really sit down and think about the marketing opportunities about from your generosity, from giving, from being visible, visibility strategy, and put that number in place. So once we have a budget, quarterly budget established, the next thing, and you're going to love this if you're not already doing this, you're going to want to set up an application form for all requests, no exceptions. So an email comes in, send it back. Have an autoresponder all set up, ready to go, so that you know exactly what to say. Hey, thank you for your inquiry. Here's a form, yada, whatever you say, and have a Google Doc, as simple as a Google Doc. Just have a Google form. You can so simply just create a Google form and have them fill out the application form for donations. That's it. That's all you need to do. It's super simple. On that application form, here's where the kicker is. On that application form, on that page, you can explain your process and your filtering and how you filter requests. And it's okay to say, we review these applications, and whatever your time frame is, you can ask the question. And this is something that I'm going to shout out to one of our mastermind members, Jess from Crissette. She shared that she puts right on the question, how often have you been in our shop? How often have you been? Are you a regular shopper? It's okay to filter that out and ask that question. Or are you new to Crissette? Sometimes new people to your company might be wonderful, like new people who've never shopped in your shop, but the opportunity might be there. We're going to ask them about the event, or what are they looking for. We're going to ask them who their audience is if you need to, different questions like that. It's really important that we narrow down and we understand what their request is, exactly what they're looking for. So just filter that out. You're no longer doing this yourself, right? You're just going to send the application form to them. If you have a lot of walk-ins, what I suggest to a couple of my clients, I have another client who does this as well. I have quite a few clients who do this, but a business card, having a little business card just that you can hand them with your specifically for donations that has the link or the QR code on where they can apply. Get it off your conversation in front of you right at the counter. Get off the paperwork trail where they hand you a piece of paper with the request on it. Just be super professional about it and send them to that link. Very easy. The next part is filtering the request. We're going to filter these requests from the lens of opportunity, from the lens of generosity and giving, and what feels good to you and your brand. Everybody's got a different filter. Everybody's going to have a different filter, but your filter is really going to be a reminder. This is your reminder that not everything is a good fit. You know that. I know that. You want alignment, things that feel good to you, things that make sense to you. You want the right customer fit. I ask myself the question, and when I had the store, I always did this. I always asked and I still do this now when I get asked for things, but would I be proud to be included? Would I be really proud to have my brand included in this event or whatever it is? Is it something that I'm like, yes, oh my gosh, this would be so great to be included in this? Again, does it align with your values? Is it in your budget? What is your budget? How much can we give this request? Everything feels good about this request. I want to do this. Now, how much am I going to do? How much am I going to give them? Whether it's strategically, how much are we going to donate to this cause? I am not a fan, this is me personally, I am not a fan of just doing the GoFundMe and giving cash. We really do need to be strategic, and this might sound cold and whatever, but take my heart as it is. I am a generous giving person, and I know a lot of my clients are, but we also have a business to run, and I'm going to say it again, and it again depends on the situation for you, but you can be an amazing neighbor. You can be an amazing community person and community advocate. You can be the most generous soul on the earth, and you can be, it's not an or, and you can be a really good steward to your business. So if your business is flush and you can do, that's fine. Maybe that is a yes for you, but just make sure that you're being strategic and super intentional. You can be the good neighbor and community, and you can be the good steward to your business. So maybe not every donation is going to be a strategic fit, but make sure it's an alignment fit. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Okay. When they are strategically aligned and you've chosen this donation, this raffle, this thing, that feels good, and there's an opportunity. What is the marketing opportunity? If there is one, hopefully there is one. So we want to, a lot of times I'll just ask for a gift card. And again, I don't love giving gift cards or cash. If you are giving a gift card, we want to frame that in a package, maybe wrap it up, make it a something, especially if it's like a silent auction or I don't know, something like that. A lonely old gift card doesn't get much attention. Put it in a gift basket if you can, make people feel something. Back to all the marketing we talk about here on the Creative Shop Talk all the time, and what I talk to with my clients, make people feel something. Be professional. Look like it's like wow, this is a beautiful gift. A, if it's a silent auction, I want to bid on it. Or B, it's rememberable. We love to say things need to be rememberable. So not just a gift card, like we want a basket. You can also ask, this is what I always say, make sure that in that gift card that we're using this as a lead generation for new clients. So if there's an opportunity for that. Bounce back offers meaning, can we put our cards there, inviting new customers, bring the card in and get a free cookie, or bring this card in and get a gift, or 15% off your first order, or whatever you're doing as bounce back or lead generation invites, customer incentives, if you will, for visibility. We want to use, if we can, any of these donation requests as visibility strategies. That's the top of the funnel, the top of the marketing funnel that I teach inside the Sales and Marketing Accelerator. And you can't see me. I'm not on YouTube videoing here yet, but we're coming to that. But I've got my hands up in the air. I'm very excited about this. There's so many opportunities or missed opportunities that I see a lot of clients leave on the table. Make sure that you can ask, use your voice. When you say yes to these things, ask if you can have signage, branded signage. Make sure that your donation is definitely branded, that your signage is displayed. Can we be thanked via email and social? And will they be sending a thank you out to their email list if it's a big email list or any kind of email list? Can we include a promotional card? It's okay to ask these things. Back to my days when I was on the other side of that counter and I was asking for donations for school funded things. If somebody asked me that, I'm sure we would have been like, oh yeah, of course. People don't know. So don't be afraid to ask for what it is you want for your business. And I see that missed opportunity. And again, that's maybe just a simple sign or donate cards, having cards or something there. How can you benefit from this random donation that you're giving? And there's so many wonderful things to donate to, isn't there? There's so many beautiful things. Another one of my clients, Amy from the Hair and Heart, she has a beautiful explanation of, and she calls it her giving, how much their giving application. And I love that so much because that's what she's doing. And if you check out how Amy does it, you can go visit her at the Hair and the Heart. She's in Thomasville, Georgia. And Amy says on her application, we can't say yes to everybody, right? We can't say yes to everybody. And here's our criteria. And we love being part of the community, which she does. She's very active in the community. So the application feels good. And if it's a no, you're going to know it's a no because, you didn't fit or she's run out of giving. So it's going to feel good. So we want to be intentional. And this is this is about removing that stress you feel every time a donation request comes in. And I'm going to give you a few extra bonus tips by being intentional. We want to keep it, you may hear me say this, we want to keep it simple but significant. So super intentional. This is how the busy CEO, the crazy CEO, the one who's irritated maybe by a lot of these requests, just flip the script on this. So we create a budget, we have an application, we're filtering the request, we're using strategic marketing, you can use QR codes and anything like that you need on the gift that you're actually giving. And then you can do things like maybe give it to a team member. Put a team member in charge and only go through these. This is what Amy does. She only goes through hers every 4 to 6 weeks. She says that right on the application that we review these every 4 to 6 weeks. If you haven't heard from us, and that'll cut down anybody who's last minute or anything like that. That will cut down a lot of requests. But get a team member to do it. Have them understand the criteria. Have them bring any maybes to you. Give them the bulk of it if you get a lot of them. Take it off your plate. Again, reminding people that, and if you want to remove that emotional no, I'm sorry, even if it's a regular customer and it might be something that's not a good fit, how do we remove that emotional response? We tell them if they haven't heard from us in 4 to 6 weeks, that's why it didn't fit into our possibilities of being able to donate this. It's not a hard no. It's no, we got your application and we just weren't able to fulfill it. We're not sending out emails. We're just telling them if they haven't heard from us, we've obviously filled our quota. If you do have to say no, if they come back at you, I just use the words, and I teach this, that we've already exceeded our giving allotment for this quarter. Please apply again. Please apply again, or we can look at it again. If that's, I wouldn't even add that, but if that is true that you have done that. So let's remove all the boundaries, will remove all of the emotional. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Boundaries will remove all of the emotion, gives you a strategic advantage. Your donations actually can turn you into that person where, wow, I see her everywhere's in front of the right people, right? So you're generous. You can be generous. You can be everywhere's. You can be well known. You can protect your peace. You can do all of these things and be a great steward to your business. This is the key, right? We have to keep, that's our job as leadership. That's the CEO, the visionary, what you're doing, what you're building. You have to be a good steward to that. We can't just willy-nilly winging it, flying by the seat of our pants for donations. We need to be strategic. And I hate using the word strategic all the time. Let's talk about the word intentional instead. Let's use the word intentional. So you can be a good steward to your business, be a good community neighbor, be a good human in the world, because we all know we are good humans. If you're listening to this podcast, I know I only attract amazing humans doing good things in good communities. And I think maybe that's what the stress is. I know that's part of the stress of donations. It's like we want to say yes to everyone, but man, right? We can't do it. So having these filters in place, having the application in place, having these filters, taking it off your plate, having a system around it. This is how good leaders lead and feel good about it too. So I hope this has been helpful to you today. Let me know. I would love to know what you do, how you're handling donations. This is just one way. Love to know what you're doing. Jump into my DMs over on Instagram. Love when we continue the conversation over there. If you're in one of my containers, if you're in the inner circle at Level Up, where we work privately together, love to hear your thoughts on this. Jump into wherever we are meeting in our containers that we are working together in. I just think everybody needs a policy. We need an updated policy, and an updated meaning that feels good for us right now. There's just so much going on in the world right now. How do we feel good about where and what and how we're donating? So jump into my DMs. If you have found this helpful, I would love if you could, if you haven't already, leave a review on the podcast. It helps us so much. It helps us be seen by other shop owners just like you with big hearts. Snapshot, share on social media. I would just be very honored to do that. It would make my day if I see it. Tag me if you want in it. I'd love to, and I'll share it again. I'll share your shop. Just letting more retailers know that there is help out there for them, that we have things for them here on the Creative Shop Talk podcast and over in my coaching programs. So thank you for being here. Can't wait to see you next week. Thanks for listening. Well, that's it for this week's episode of the Creative Shop Talk podcast. I'm so glad that you're here to join us this week, and I hope you found value in what we're sharing here. I want to remind you that our website has all of the show notes. You can find it at wendybatten.com/podcast. Everything that you need to hear about today's podcast is there. Also an opportunity if you need to reach out to me. If I can support you in any way whatsoever, please feel free to reach out. So thanks for joining us. Please leave a review, subscribe if you can, and never miss an episode. We hope to see you back here again next week. Thanks, my friend. Have a great week.